So I've gone through my lesson plan to label the 5 steps for effective learning, and what I found was that I am missing the needs section. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to use the guiding questions for identify the need to make sure that that is present in my lesson plan. Alright, so looking at my development sheet, the first thing that I need to do is I need to answer what my objective is. And my objective is I can use a floor plan to make decisions regarding materials and cost for a room. The second thing I need to do is I need to list my agenda as it is right now. I'm going to have students do a bell ringer that involve conversions. I'm going to have them convert inches to feet and feet to inches. It's going to help me later in the lesson. I'm going to talk to students about what the different symbols are that they might see on a floor plan today and make sure that I leave those posted on the board for them. Then I'm going to go into my model. I'm going to model for students how to read a floor plan and answer some questions regarding materials and cost using the gym lobby of the school. Then we're going to go into a we do where I show my students a layout of apartment, and again I have them make some decisions regarding materials and cost. The you do is going to involve the dining area of a restaurant. And then for their mastery ticket, what I'm going to have students do is I'm going to give them a floor plan, and I'm going to have them calculate the cost of carpet, hardwood floor, laminate flooring, and tile. And then I'm going to ask them to make some financial decisions about that. So I have my lesson laid out, but as I mentioned earlier, I need to make sure that I establish the need for my students. So I'm going to go through the guiding questions. My first guiding question is, what is my objective? Well, my objective is for students to be able to find dimensions from their floor plan. And then I need them to be able to make some decisions about the materials that they're going to need and how much those materials are going to cost. Okay, so stepping out, what did I do? Well, I identified the different things that my objective has embedded in it. And the reason that I did that is because I want to make sure that when I'm identifying the need, that I include those components in the development of the need. All right, so stepping back in, looking at question number 2, why do students need to learn this skill? Well, students chose to be in construction because one day they would like to possibly be a contractor. Okay, and I'm sure that some students may even want to own their own business. Okay, so if I'm going to be a contractor and I need to own my own business, I'm going to be putting bids in on things. And if my bid isn't correct, I am either taking advantage of people, which is going to result in me not having business, or I'm losing money. Okay, so that's a money thing and has to do with my business. So that's pretty motivating to kids. Another reason that I need to learn this is because it's a standard and objective for my content. Okay, so that's not as motivating for students. So when I focus on identifying the need, I'm going to focus on this first one. All right, so stepping out, what did I do? Well, I identified the different reasons why students would need to learn this or even use this in the real world. And then I decided that I was going to focus on the first one rather than the second one. And why did I do this? Well, I'm trying to identify the need for the students, not for me. Like, I have the need for me. So I did this in order to make it more relevant. All right, so now thinking about what students need to learn, why they need to learn it, now I need to figure out how I'm going to tell students. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the students a scenario with a floor plan. And I'm going to have students place a bid for the job. So basically, they're going to decide how much money they're going to charge someone to do this. Okay. So now what I have to decide is I have to decide where is this going to go in my lesson. Well, I'm not going to put it before the bell ringer because that's activating prior knowledge. And I'm not going to put it before the floor plan symbols because then, like, if students are looking at it in between these two things right here, they may not know the symbols in order to read the floor plan. So I think the natural place to put it is going to be in between number 2 and 3. Okay, so then I'm going to have students put that off to the side. I'm going to go through my model and my we do and my you do, and then I'm going to come back to it right here in between number 5 and 6, and we're going to discuss whether they got the answer right or wrong, and basically whether their business would have made money or lost money. So stepping out, what did I do? Well, I came up with a way to communicate the need for the students, and basically for them, the need was them not knowing how to do it. So by them not being able to answer the question, they established the need for themselves, and they established whether their business was going to be successful or not successful.